Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new, then welcome to this channel. And if you're just joining, you're at the right time because today's video is short, simple, and super useful because we are writing a Python program to calculate the area of a circle using the radius entered by the user. Sounds easy? That's because it is. But there are a couple of small things we need to talk about, like how to use pi and how to convert input to numbers and how to avoid common beginner mistakes. And also, I've made a few more exercises before this episode as well. If you want to go through that as well, I would love to encourage you to go there and check the basics as well. I have videos on the basics as well. And these exercises are actually as part of those particular series because once you're handy with these basics, then we can move on to, more complex stuff. Yet that can be easy for you to understand. So let's start with the flow chart. And here you will start always. And here we need radius. We have to take radius as input from the user. And then we will use this formula, which is pi into r into r. And then we have to show the output area. And then we will stop. So in simple terms, the user types the radius and Python calculates the area using the formula and then will display the result. But before we jump into code, let's talk about a few key things. So the formula to calculate the area of circle is pi r square. So that means you take the radius and multiply it by itself. So that's, it's something like a squared part. So multiply that result by pi, which is this one. Now in Python, we can write r into r to get the square of a number. Or you can also use exponentiation that we have used, which is where you will have double multiplications at the same time. So both will work, but wait, where does, pi come from? How can we work on that? So you have got two options. One is hard code it manually, something like by giving pi equal to 3.14159. Or you can let Python give you a super accurate version for the math module. Like it will just work for mathematical calculations. So we also have that Python version. So all you have to do is you have to import this math. You don't have to worry from where it's coming. You just have to write this line called import math. And then you can just give pi equal to math dot pi. And then it will get the exact value of pi. Or you can just give something like pi equal to 3.14159, which is, the actual number, pi value. Okay. So personally, I like using math.pi because it's cleaner, more precise, and easy to remember. We'll go with that. We don't remember this 3.14159 every time, right? So that's why I prefer this one. All right, let's get input from the user. So all you have to do is create a variable radius and just give input. Enter the radius of the circle. But remember, this gives a string, right? Like a string 5. We can't do math with strings, so let's convert it to number. So I'm using float. Mhm. And now we are ready for math. So once we have the radius and pi, the formula is super simple. You have to do area equal to math.pi, or you can just give pi into r, which is pi r squared, right? We don't have r because we wrote it as radius. That is why. So pi into radius, or you can also do something like area equal to pi into radius. into 2. So this is same as this one, no change, but here we are using the power operator. I hope you have completed the operators video and you're here. I think you know what this exponentiation is all about. So both of them works, but let's use this one. And let's show the result using a nice print statement. So all you have to do is print the area of the circle is area. This is the basic version, but let's try the better version with formatting, which is f strings. So f, the area of the circle is, or you can write the area of the circle with radius is area, and we need this in 2 decimals. So 0.2f. And that's it. This makes sure your result is rounded to 2 decimals and which is super clean. So now let's try running this one. Like for example, enter the radius, maybe 4 centimeters. The area of the circle with for radius is 50.27, which is pi into r square into r square. All right, here is the complete program. All right, here is the complete program, which is nice and clean, right? Like you just have to import math and you can just give radius equal to, if you want, you can also ignore this one. Just do this and you can directly give math.py. That also will work. Something like this, and then you can just print. Let me remove these additional lines so it will be easy for you to see. So this is how you'll optimize the code. You can either create a variable and just add math.py in that, or you can directly use that here. So try it out. You can try again. I'll show you once again. If you enter the radius 5, like for example, so the area of the circle with the radius 5 is 78.54, which is simple and done. So let's recap what we have learned. So here we worked with input. It is used to take the values from the user, and always convert input to float when dealing with decimals, and use math.py when you're working with pi and when you deal with more accurate calculations, and always format the result with 0.2f to get the clean output, especially when you're dealing with when you need output with 2 decimals. So if you don't want to import the whole math module, you can also do this. You can just give this, and here you can just do something like from math import. You can just import pi. You don't need whole math for that, and then pi will directly deal with this. So, and that's it. So, this is exercise 3, and we have officially written a program that calculates the area of a circle like a pro. If you have enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. And we have got a ton more fun and practical Python exercises coming your way. Next up, we'll take this one step further with a little twist, so don't miss it. And thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you in the next one.